friends, welcome to Florence Programming. In this video, I am going to explain you about association rule mining through a priori algorithm. So in my last video, I explained the concept of association mining and association rule generation. There in association rule generation, there are two steps are there. The first one, we have to create frequent item sets. So for creating frequent item set, we are using some mining methods. And the second step, from the frequent item set, we are generating strong association rules. So this is called association mining. So for the first step, for frequent item set mining, there are two algorithms we can use. One is a priori algorithm and the second one is frequent pattern growth tree algorithm. So in this video, I am going to explain the a priori algorithm. That a priori algorithm implementation through Python code I will show you here. So a priori algorithm will help us to find frequent item sets used with candidate generation. So here, this is my Python code for generating frequent item set and for generating association rule. So these are some of the libraries we are using here. One is NumPy we are using, then Pandas for data frame we are using. Next, extend is a machine learning extend. This is the library, is a special library we are using for exclusively a priori algorithm. So this library you have to install in your Python, that is machine learning extend. From machine learning extend, we are importing frequent patterns and association rules. These two methods we are importing here. Yes, the first step, we have to load our data. So I have taken Walmart data. So just this is the code data available in the net. So just I have downloaded that. That file contains more than 14,000 records. So from that, I have taken some 50 to 100 records. I saved the file in the name of retail.csv. And the next, I have created the data frame here. So just these are some of the descriptions. Just we are seeing here. A description is one of the column in the data. I have trimmed the data without any empty space. Next, I have dropped the invoices. If the invoice is of credit, C means that will be dropped. These two some pre-processing steps I have done here. Now, the Walmart data, it has data from different countries. Out of that, I have taken two country data. One is France data, another one is United Kingdom data. So, the France data I have taken here. From that France data, I am grouping invoice, description, quantity. Quantity, just I am calculating the sum and indexing the sum here, and also the index is based on the invoice number. Similarly, UK data also I am preparing it. So it's just I have prepared, I have grouped the data for our association rule mining. The next step, encoding the data, that is we are converting the data. If it is less than or equal to 0, it will be equal to 0, or greater than or equal to 0, it will be. So all our data will belongs to the range 0 to 1 for the particular range 0 and 1. So we are converting, we are making our data in the binary format 0 and 1. Now these two steps we are encoding the data in the values between 0 and 1 here. Now build the model for a priori using a priori. So a priori is a method which is available in the tool, that is machine learning extend library. So here a priori, and I have taken UK data first. So UK data, then minimum support. What is our minimum support? So minimum support we have taken 0.05. This is our minimum support. Use columns. Column, it will be used. That is the first row in our data set is considered as column. So once you give this as a true, means that first column will be considered as column in our data set. That is what. So this is the method we are using to build our a priori, that is to get frequent item set here. The next step, we have to generate association rule from this frequent item set mining. So the association rule can be generated based on the metrics called uh, confidence and lift and conviction. So here the metrics we have chosen as lift is the metrics we have chosen, and the minimum threshold we have kept as 1. So association underscore rules, which is the item set, what we have generated here, that is given as a input, and the metric we have given here, you can give confidence or you can give lift as per your requirement, you can use this. So the rules will be generated here, this step. Next step, just we are sorting the rules based on, say, based on the confidence value and based on the lift in the descending order. So which will have the maximum and the maximum lift, that will be listed here. So just 10 rules I have printed here. Since based on our data, it will generate n number of rules, maybe 50 rules, maybe 600 rules. So out of that, I am printing 10 rules here. So this is the program which will display association rules for the data set retype. So just I'll execute the program. So run the model. These are the column name we have used in our data set. Now it will print the rules. See, in here I have given print column name. So that column name is listed here. So that it will take some time to print. Yes. So these are all 10 rules we have printed here. See, this is our rule. These and all has been merged here. So just the rules has been given here, asserted, color, bird, ornament. So these are all set of the rules has been generated. So one thing I would stress here, so once you know the detail about the data, then only you could understand the result set. But this is the way we can generate association rule using any data set. Hope you understood. Now I will take you to VCA. The same thing we can implement through VCall. So just this is a VCA page. Just you click on Explorer. So the Explorer page will get open for you. There you have to select your, see, this is the page you will get. Here we have to open a file. So here I am taking some default data set what VCA will have. So just I will select the path where the data files are stored. So VCA will have a data folder. It contains some set of default file. So just I'll take whether nominal data, since a priori algorithm will work on nominal data. Even if you are having numeric data, first you have to convert the nominal data to binary data, then by numeric to binary, two functions you have to apply here. So the data has been loaded here. So this is some set of pre-processing it will display here. For applying a priori algorithm, you have to select associate. Here the rules a priori is that you just select a priori and you just give start. See, so the rules will be generated, 10 rules. By default, it will give you 10 rules. So the rules will be displayed here. This is the way we can use VCA for association rule. The next step I will show you. In VCA itself, we can develop model for this. So we have another one, that is knowledge flow. So you just click on knowledge flow. It will give you some set of algorithms there. Using that, like this is like a pick and drop that model. You can just select the models and create the select the items and create the model here. See, these are some set of options has been given here. So the first step, in the previous one, the first step, we open the file. Similarly, data source. So by default, the VCA will have ARFF file. So just I have taken that file. The next one, in the evaluation, you have class assigner. That is, you have to assign class for our data set. So first here, just we can click on configure. We can select the data, what data we are, the same data, whether nominal data I'm using here. So just okay. Now you connect with the data set here. So just you connect the class assigner. Yes, we have created class assigner. Next, we have to select cross validation folder. So cross validation folder, which helps you to select the training data and testing data. That is why we are using cross validation folder. Now you can go select the association. So you click association. A priori is there. So just click on a priori. So here you are assigning your training set here, and also assign your test set here. So both has been assigned. Now we have to get our result. So you visualization tool, you can select text viewer is one tool is there. You just click on this as a text. So the result will be placed in the text viewer. So just here you click on run. So it will get the status of the execution will be displayed here. It is okay. Everything is finished. Now you could see your result by clicking on text viewer, right click, show results. See here. So the results will be placed here. So just this is your model and this is your result. In this way, you can build model for your algorithm and you can get the result. So if you are involving in research paper writing and you are comparing 2-3 algorithms, so here it is easy to design a model. That is visualizing your model is very easy here. So just you can build your model and you can get your result. You can compare it easily. I hope you understood about a priori algorithm implementation in Python and a priori algorithm implementation in VCAR tool. Also the model built using workflow in VCAR tool. Thank you.